all you hardcore boxing fans out there, how are you doing? It's Big P here, the voice of hardcore boxing. Today I'm joined by Terry from London. How are you doing, Terry?
Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
That's okay, mate. We're live now anyway. Well, we're recording anyway. So how are you doing? All right?
Yeah, I'm great.
Have you been up to?
Mate, you know what it's like when it's football. So just been watching a lot of the football. Excited about Wednesday, man. I don't know. Normally I'm not really even a football guy, but
Yeah.
you always get patriotic, don't you, around this time?
I don't. I hope they get beat. I don't like Gareth Southgate, mate. So I hope they all lose, mate. You know what? A London nurse, right? Harry Kane gets 1,000 times more a week than an auxiliary nurse. So how can that be right, mate?
Yeah, but then you complain about boxers making $2,000 a fight.
Yeah, I don't complain about making $2,000 a fight. It's not enough.
Oh, well, that's what I mean, Russ. So who should get paid what? We almost can't determine that, right? So you got to go to the market and say, what will the market pay?
Well, I hope they get beat. Well, at Gareth Southgate, right? What sort of industry is this, mate, where we reward failure with England's job? He's never won a fucking trophy in his life, mate. When they get beat and don't win this, they'll say he's shit anyway.
Russ, we've got to hope we win.
He's never won fuck all. So why is it England manager?
Because no one else wanted the job.
Big Sam Allardyce has had 13 clubs, hasn't he? He's worth £90 million. What has he fucking won?
Promotion. Is
that it?
Sometimes that's enough, Russ.
Look at Cloughie, what he did with Derby and Notts Forest. Yeah. They never get him England manager's job, did they, Cloughie?
Yeah, but look, if the internet was around in the 70s, it would have been Cloughie's corner. And he'd have been there ranting in front of a camera.
Who do England play in semis?
Denmark.
I hope Denmark win.
All right, so this is going to do 20 views now. Everyone's now logged off. Listen, I hope England win.
I don't give a fuck about football, mate, no more. So
you've fallen out of love with football, fallen out of love
with football, mate. And boxing could be going fucking same way at this rate. There's too many two-faced cunts in boxing. Too many people that are saying, I'll never work with him again. Then they fucking work with him. Fucking unbelievable. Nobody's got no fucking backbone. Sprinkle a few quid in front of their eyeballs, they all go fucking running, don't they?
But we have the same conversation every couple of months. I say you've just got to make your peace with it. Yeah, you're just like, right, this is just how boxing works.
I've just said what I fucking think on here. People need to stop phoning me and chatting shit, saying what they're going to do and then doing opposite. I don't want to fucking hear it.
Yeah.
So, that's how I feel anyway. But how are you anyway? Other than that, are you still training?
Yeah. Shoulders are killing me though. I'm not sure if that's an old age thing or I just haven't been, handling it properly. Because sometimes, Russ, when you're training, you can overload certain body parts.
Yeah.
So there's certain times I think we all do it. Like we'll go to the gym and we'll do pushing exercises on one day, pulling exercises on the other day. And you don't realize actually you're fatiguing the same parts of the body. So you have to be really careful in how you train.
Yeah.
And you don't want to overload your nervous system either. So I'm just, just feeling my way back in now, trying to get into a routine.
Yeah. Good man. Consistency is the key according to Flex Ingle.
No, it's true. Like it's better to be consistent with sub-maximal loads than it is to be inconsistent with maximal loads.
Yeah. Okay. There's been a few things gone on recently. What do you think about the old Sky DAZN setup at the moment?
Well, they're not working together, are they?
Well, obviously they're not working together. How do you think it's panning out now?
Too early to say because this is traditionally the quiet period in the season anyway, right?
Yeah.
Like just if you look over the years, you don't get many fights in July and August because everyone's kind of on holiday. And I think what boxing also realizes is come the 19th, especially if England were to win the Euros, a lot of people will just be like, I've blown a lot of money on the Euros, buying new TVs. I was just looking at some data actually today. Like TV sales went up in June, for example, right? Because like when your team does well, people buy the bigger TV because like, I want to watch the final properly. And then, when they get knocked out, then the TV sales will drop off. So as long as England keep winning, people buy more TVs. That's more money and less money you can do other things with, like boxing. The other thing that's happening as well, Russ, is people who have saved money over the lockdown. That's not everyone, but a lot of people have saved a fair bit of money, not having to commute, not going out on the piss.
Yeah.
And they don't want to waste those savings on a boxing show because it's like, look, I've saved enough money to get a better car, or maybe I can upgrade my house or whatever. And they don't want to spend that money on boxing. So boxing's got this thing of, how do we become relevant to people again? And I don't think we're going to find that out till September. I expect if there's going to be a big bang from either DAZN or Sky, it's going to be in September.
Yeah. What do you think about Paulie Malignaggi and all this ex-boxers fighting, social media people? There's Dave Allen jumping on bandwagon. Carl Froch's fight with Roy Jones, that's off. But there's obviously, we've had the Roy Jones, Mike Tyson, and Glenn McCrory were jumping in with Holyfield. And do you feel that these people, a lot of these companies that are dealing with it are trying to cash in, like Ricky Hatton and Robin Reed were sort of a done deal, and then it fell at last hurdle? And do you think it's good for sport?
Right. So I think there's levels to this, right? Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones. I can see the appeal of that because you got two guys who were at the top of the sport without question, globally top of the sport. So I can see those two going at it, and that wasn't actually a bad thing to watch. Just to see what have the old guys still got in the tank.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I want to see Carl Froch. That doesn't mean I want to see Ricky Hatton. That doesn't mean I want to see these other old guys come out. I don't feel the same way about them.
Carl Zaggy's come out now and he said if right fight's put to him, he'll do it.
I don't care. Like, he hasn't even got hands. Like, his hands are bristle. So why do I care? He's going to go through a whole camp like Tyson did? I don't think he will. Let's not forget that Nigel Benn tried this and it didn't work because he didn't sell enough tickets. Number one. Number two, he realized he didn't have it in him anymore. So a lot of these guys, it's a money grab. And unless you're a guy like if James Toney got in shape and said, he wouldn't mind going at it with Bernard Hopkins, I might watch that, out of respect for the legends. Yeah, that's why Tyson called the thing, was it like legends only? Not British champions only, it's legends only. And that's the only time it will make money. What
about Dave Allen giving a musician the opportunity, apparently? Dave's not won a belt.
But see, Dave's always been on that, whatever the bandwagon is, I'm on it. Yeah. So I can't really be surprised that he's moving this way. I just don't think it will generate interest or money. Because like I said, it's you either have to bring a large fan base with you, like Logan Paul or KSI, or you're a legend who already brings a fan base with them. So Tyson Holyfield 3, think how many people bought the original. Think how many people wanted to see the original. And then think of all the people who've watched those fights on YouTube. There's a natural market for that. What, Carl Froch against, I don't even know. Who would Carl Froch versus Eamon McGee, or was it Brian McGee? I can't remember.
Brian
you
McGee.
Really you gonna watch that again? No. Froch versus Kessler, you want to watch that again? No. They got to realize that you can't just jump on these bandwagons as if fans care about you. We cared about you when you were an elite level athlete. I don't really care about you now.
Boxing fans are fickle, aren't they, Terry?
No, they're not fickle, Russ. But if you're not boxing anymore and I'm a boxing fan, what use have I got for you?
Yeah.
You're a guy on the street. Because, like in my day-to-day life, I bump into a lot of people who were ex-journeymen or ex-boxers. I bump into these guys like, yeah, I had this many fights. Like, did you win anything? Nah. I was a journeyman. All right, cool. Well done, mate. So what?
Yeah. Yeah. Conor Benn.
Like him.
Of him.
Like him a lot. Like him a lot. I really like him a lot. I've heard rumors about the Sims gym and their juicing and stuff like that. And I'm almost like, I'm so jaded about boxing, I don't even care about that. I like Conor Benn. I like what he's doing. I like where he's headed. You can't say he's doing it the easy way, because at some point he's going to have to fight someone who can hit back. Yeah. And we're getting to that point now. If that doesn't happen in the next year, we've got to ask questions. I think the Granados fight's okay. Granados will ask some questions of him, but not the proper questions, but some questions, because Granados gave Broner a hard time as well. So we'll see if Granados can stand up to the Ben onslaught. Although I'd have rather it was like a David Avanesian than Adrian Granados.
Yeah.
You got to liven up, Russ, man. Come on, it's boxing. This is what you're born to do, Russ.
Yeah, it's little things starting to wind me up. I don't like how where the sport's heading, and I'm starting to think, you know what am I doing here? I get these one of these days every 3 months, and that Paulie Malignaggi thing this morning just not stuffing at me. I haven't even been able to.
Well, who's he trying to fight?
I don't even know the fucking guy's name. It just says Paulie Malignaggi, 2-time champion versus Corbett or something, is it? Or social media star, it says on it under his...
Hey, he needs to be careful, because he tried this with Artem Lobov, if you remember. He did the bare knuckle thing and he got beaten up.
He got beat up by Sam Eggington as well.
Yeah, Malignaggi needs to be careful here. Like, you know, he's not the guy we want to see. Like, he just ends up embarrassing himself normally. So
can't even punch.
I'll tell you who I want to see against a YouTuber. Your mate Perry Howe.
Against still me.
Hey, anyone.
I'll fight Perry Howe at 175 in a white collar any day of week. Man, Perry Howe, if I can't fucking beat him, I'll close my YouTube channel down.
Okay, you guys heard it here first.
Yeah. Fucking Perry Howe, Jesus. Probably the worst boxer to ever be given a boxing board control license. It's shocking. If he didn't do tickets, he wouldn't have got a license, mate. Shocking.
I don't mind him.
I do, mate. I do. There's people running around with fucking boxing licenses who are shocking, mate. I mean, really, really shocking, mate. They're dug up. And some of the matchups that I'm hearing that are getting knocked back, and some of them that are getting put forward are fucking horrendous, mate. Somebody needs to make a stand. I've made a stand against it. People don't like it because they're insecure. Fuck them. That's all.
I think Perry Howe's a good boxer.
You think he's a good boxer? You don't, Terry.
Russ, he's learning. He's got good technique. His jab's okay. His footwork's fine. And you can see that he's done a little something in the past, man. You gotta let him grow.
Say, Terry, he's shocking, mate. You know that. So what are you trying to troll me for? You know he's shocking. You're a trainer. Tell the fucking truth. That's what we do on here.
No, so look, you know my stance on this. I'm always going to let people live out their dreams, right? As deluded as someone may think someone is, I'm always going to say, do you know what, mate? Step out there, do it. When you don't want to do it anymore, don't do it.
We can't invest any more time in these people, though, Terry. The sport's becoming a laughing stock. Have you seen these Dana White fans that are sticking it to me in comment section, mate? Listen, mate, I'm not being funny, but boxing's getting pissed all over now by MMA.
Yes and no. So MMA is now having the same problem where they're starting to dilute their belts and have interim champions. They've got similar issues because what happens, Russ, is it's like you. Like, let's say Russell Hartley did a hip hop album, right? You know, from Donny to the Bridge. Oh. But let's say you do a hip hop album, right? The first album you make is going to be banging because you've had God knows how many years of writing songs down, right? And then they're going to go, mate, we need another album in 6 months. And you're not going to have it. So it's going to be watered down. And then you need another album in 6 months. It's going to be even more watered down unless you get ghostwriters in or support. Every industry suffers from the fact that fans want more and more on a regular basis. Yeah. And I think boxing's problem is it doesn't understand that right now. MMA did, but now MMA is like, we're running out of bodies. You know, like, who's Amanda Nunes? Who's she going to fight for the next 5 fights in the UFC? There's no one we want to see her fight. So Amanda Nunes is going to start crossing over and saying, maybe I'll try boxing. If John Jones wins a heavyweight world title against someone like Ngannou, where's he going to go next? Do you see what I mean? If Ngannou beats John Jones, which would be a big win, Ngannou will start calling out Dillian or Anthony Joshua. And it's because, here's the problem. We put out so much content across both platforms, MMA and boxing, that we've created this expectation that we're going to get good fights every week. We should have gone back to how it used to be, where once a month you had a really good card, right? Once a month you had a really good card. It had people at the top you cared about. It had guys in the middle that gave you entertaining fights, and it had kids at the bottom who were learning their trade and coming up. That was just the standard card structure. We ain't got that anymore. And we haven't got that because you just don't have the bodies anymore, Russ. Because everyone's trying to promote. Everyone's trying to get a TV deal. Everyone thinks they've got the answer. Everyone thinks they can copy what Eddie Hearn did, and you can't. You know, if I'm honest with you, I would rather we had Eddie, Frank, and that's it.
What's that picture on your thing there? It's only small. It's not gonna fucking pop up and show me up as it was to say.
Nah. It's an exchange between Peter Quillen and Angel Heredia. I think he put it up a few years ago, right? And he was trying to say to Peter Quillen, don't act like you've never used drugs before. This is all alleged, by the way, so I don't want to get sued saying this. And so Heredia put up this text message exchange between them. Or that's Facebook Messenger exchange between them.
He sparred Carl Frochim in New York in Gleason's before Glenn Johnson. He didn't.
Yeah, he did. Dropped him clean, uppercut to the nose.
He didn't, mate. He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't. You're making shit up against her. You need to stop that.
That's what I'm born to do, Porks.
Moving on then. Dylan White, what next for him? Does he stay with Sky or does he go to DAZN with his little stable, React Porte and Babik and whatnot?
Who offers him the best deal? I don't know, Russ. Like, that's just down to numbers because Dillian's got to work out. Do you make more getting the upside of the pay-per-view, or do you make more from a fixed fee from DAZN? And until we start to see what Hearn's offering people, because we messaged earlier, right, where we said Eddie's model is always the show should pay for itself. Right, that's why you're selling tickets at 800 quid a pop.
Yeah.
The show has to pay for itself. But even then, you're pulling in 240K. I don't think you can do a Joshua Buatsi fight at a high level.
There'll be sponsorship on top of that. There'll be 300 grand going into it pot, plus he's no Sky money, has he? So he's 150 down already, but he'll have DAZN money coming into it pot, won't he?
Well, some, but then you've got to link that DAZN money to driving subscribers, right?
Well, he said it were on 200 grand over 5 year. So X amount of shows per year. He's on 20 million a year. So he's enough money to fucking put it out in his own pocket, Annie.
What if you sign Joshua?
I don't know. Obviously, I don't think Joshua's going to go him. I don't think Dylan White does either.
Okay.
I think they look at it like they're staying at the Sky and going to play it safe.
Yeah. But if you do the numbers, Russ, even if you gave Hearn 20 million a year, you still got to pay guys, right? You still got to pay guys like Triple G out of that DAZN pot. So actually, you start to bleed money pretty quickly. I think that's the challenge he's got, is he's got to make shows for like $250,000, and he's also got to make shows for 25 million.
So does that mean every UK show now is going to be charging astronomical amounts so he can line his pockets?
Unless you can get back in the O2.
Well, until they can get back in O2 or Wembley Stadium or whatever, this looks like it's going to be next best thing, doesn't it? It's a rich man's sport to watch now, then, isn't it? It's going to be full of that Essex crowd, isn't it? Everybody he knows from Sugar Hut's going to have an 800 quid ticket, aren't they?
Yeah.
So man in the street who wants to take his kid who's a taxi driver and wants to take his kid to boxing, he can't afford 1,600 quid for him and his son, can he? Because it's too expensive.
But he probably couldn't have anyway, right? Even before the lockdown.
Well, yeah, but they wouldn't have been charging this before lockdown, would they?
Okay, no, just take a father and son. Even if they got the cheapest tickets for an AJ fight, right? It's probably 120 quid for that.
Yeah.
The thing finishes late, so if you come down from Upper Edlington,
yeah,
you've still got to get somewhere to stay overnight.
Yeah.
So it's still hard to afford, and you're still 300-400 quid down. I think the issue with boxing is probably deeper than that, Russ. It's everything below Matchroom and Frank is poor at the moment. So you can't even shuffle down the levels and find something you can afford.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So the Hearn thing, I don't mind. It's like the NBA, Russ, right? I can't sit courtside at the NBA unless I've got, Russell Hartley 2001 money. But I can always find a way to watch basketball. I might go and watch a university basketball game or a high school basketball game. And it's still good quality because those kids are going to go on and do something. Boxing, if I don't watch Eddie or Frank, it's club fighters, really, isn't it? That's what it is. It's just club fighters. Like jobbers. That's what they are. They're jobbers. Like a lot of promoters are just building up guys to get beaten up on televised shows. That's what the game is now. And so that's why I've got to give Steve Goodman credit because, Steve moved in silence, but you're seeing his guys get signed up by the Sauerlands. And I'm like, you know what? That's good work. Congratulations on that. Because at least he's given his guys an opportunity and they're not just going to be cannon fodder on a Matchroom or Queensbury show.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to go out for a drink nowadays without football fans, so I've not been going out, Terry, to be honest. I've just been going to work myself. And
okay. No, it makes sense, Russ. But what would you be doing if you went out anyway? Do you see what I mean? Like, it's not like you can go out and just mix and meet new people and share stories. I mean, you're stuck at a table. It's like being in school.
Yeah, it is.
As soon as you stand up to go and talk to the other table, no, sit back down. Where's your mask? Blah, blah, blah. It's not fun. So I don't understand all these people out in the pubs and they're telling you they're having a good time. I'm like, mate, you're sat around the table with the people you've been talking to all through lockdown anyway.
Do you feel like we're being controlled by dark forces?
No. I just think we're being controlled by political weakness.
I mean, for example, right, why is it they're not giving Turkey green light for me to fly to Turkey? Why is that? Why has my flight been put back 4 times now?
Because they don't like your videos, mate. Like, that's how they troll you.
Unbelievable. But yet Malta's been given amber light.
Okay, here's my theory on this, Russ.
Yeah.
They've chosen places that not many people are going to go to, right? But then they had to balance it off by saying, we need some places where families can take their kids. So that's why you've got the Balearic Islands like Ibiza. They've opened up. But generally speaking, you can't go anywhere. Right?
Have you seen coronavirus things rise by 65% in Ibiza in the last 2 days?
I'm not surprised. I think most Brits are carrying this COVID thing. I do. I just don't think it affects a lot of people. I think a lot of us are carrying it.
Yeah. Have you had your jabs, Terry?
I plead the 5th.
You plead the 5th.
I don't want to get. I don't want to get attacked by pro or anti-vaxxers, man. I'm pleading the 5th.
Cobra's not had his.
Yeah, but he's just trusting his chin. He's like, this chin can survive COVID.
He told me something the other day, right? And he said to me, I went to see him on his birthday. He says most infections and that, the viruses, they come from your stomach. He was telling me 95% of them have come from stomach. Do you know what I mean? From your organs and all that kind of thing.
What, viruses?
Yeah, or whatever you were telling me and that. So I think Carl was trying to justify that, the human body's like a machine, innit? And if you treat it right and it's like a car, innit, I suppose, with petrol. If you treat it right and look after it, you should be all right. But I've had them anyway at jabs. Everybody, you know, each to. I thought if you have both of them, you can fly abroad. That's why I've had them. Otherwise, I would have said bollocks.
Well, no, because now they're finding out that people with 2 jabs are catching COVID again.
Well, people can get, so I can get COVID again, even though I've had 2 jabs.
Yeah, you just won't get as sick as you would have without the jabs, but you can still get it and pass it.
Well, why are they giving? We're going around in fucking circles here now. Will we all this?
Oh my God, Russ, you've lost it. I love this. You're losing your love of boxing. Now you're losing your love of politics.
Fucking hell, I'll tell you what, man. I don't fucking driving a car into a lamppost at this rate. Where I feel about Weald at the moment, mate. Just fucking depressing, isn't it?
It's not great, but we're hoping. This is what I'm hoping happens in 2 weeks. I'm hoping Boris just does a speech and he goes, "Do you know what, guys? We've done everything we can. You lot should know what you need to do to stay safe. Every man for himself. See you later."
Yeah. I have got 2 videos that are coming out today or tomorrow. Weapon of the Week, and I've got another one coming out that's a fucking corker. And it took me a day to do it. And they're going to be coming out tonight or tomorrow. But really fucking good videos, yeah. So that'll cheer me up. But other than that, it's doom and fucking gloom, mate.
I stay positive.
I'm disappointed with boxing. I know I've hammered Dennis's shows and that, but I saw something somebody sent me from that Kevin Marie, you know, who's Dennis has signed all them white collars. He says I've had 30 wins and won 2 major belts. 2 major belts. Is an IBF European a major belt? I don't understand that.
Oh, was that the Jack Massey belt?
That's one of them. I don't know which other one he's gone on about, but point I want to make is that I think that the influx of people having medicals now who want to be boxers is massive. The medical people who do all medicals, they're saying it's off at charts, you know, for people applying to be a boxer.
Do you know why?
People in the 30s as well. I'm talking late 30s, plasterers, mechanics, doormen. Go on, why?
Because the board are going to change the rules. I don't know if they already have done, but they're going to change the rules. So you're going to have to produce a medical card from an amateur club to show that you've boxed before they send you on the assessment. It's not where we want it to be. So they're not specifying the number of bouts you need to have had, but they're going to be saying, look, show us you've had amateur experience under like an affiliated body. So none of that white collar, none of that unlicensed stuff. I think they're trying to get the house in order. So it's that might be why everyone's rushing in now. Yeah. Yeah. So don't quote me on that. That's just the noises I'm hearing at the moment, that when you're applying, when you're going to start applying for licenses going forward, the board is just going to be like, well, okay, but where have you boxed before? And if you don't have an answer, you don't get put forward for your assessment.
Yeah.
So that's why you've seen this massive rush to get people carded up. And that's why you're saying, well, where's the quality? They need bodies, Russ, because remember, now that we've left the EU, you can't just bring these guys over from Estonia, Latvia, or wherever. So you're going to need B-sides, right? And these guys are going to have to learn on the job how to be B-side guys.
Yeah. I just think it's the products that watered down now. It's shocking. I'm looking at some of these cards, and the records might be pretty and dressed up, but the quality, it's that poor. If you say anything, you're a fucking hater, or you're bitter, or you're jealous, or twisted, or there's fucking no hope for you. If you don't say anything, you're a fucking sheep for allowing it, aren't you? And I'm very outspoken. I know my boxing, and I know good cards and bad cards, and it ain't just Dennis's that I'm going to fucking rinse. If I see shows that are shocking, I'm going to rinse them. That goes for Goodwin, Wood, you know, Steffi Bull, any of them. I will rinse them. I don't give a fuck if there's friends of mine on them shows, because I feel that I've got a duty of care to boxing fans to say, that's shit and that's okay. That's all right. That's fucking not all right. If people don't like it, fucking lump it.
Well, when's the last time you saw a good card, Pork?
You know what? I can't remember last time I saw a good card. If you're talking at the top end, I thought the Ted Cheeseman fight against Eggington were a good fight. when Dylan White got done by Povetkin, that was decent. Shannon Courtney.
No, wait. No. You can't. You got to remember how you felt before you saw the fights.
Well, Cheeseman Eggington, we all said that were going to be a barnstormer, and it were.
Mm.
Courtney, we said that were going to be a good fight. We didn't say Dillian and Povetkin would be good. We said Dillian had run over him, and he didn't, did he?
No. If you remember, I'm sure you did a video around that time where you were like, Povetkin's 41-year-old now. He's in his 41st year. What's Dillian doing? Where is he going?
Where is he going? Yeah, and he got beat. That shows you how fucking shit he is. Where is he going? Fucking double Q, mate. He's never fought for a European, but he's looking for his 7th pay-per-view on Sky. Fucking do me a favour, mate. Dillian White's had everybody's fucking pants down, mate. He's British level, and that's it. He don't beat Caballel. He don't beat Joe Joyce. He don't beat Luis Ortiz. He don't beat Ergovic, and they're all Euro level, mate. He don't beat any of them guys. Tony Yoka, none of them. They all run over him.
Wait. I'd say Joe's world level.
Joe Joyce, world level on strength for what?
I don't think it's easy to defeat his style. I think only the top three, the big three plus Ortiz, are people who you'd say they'll deal with Joe. I think Joe beats all the rest of them.
Yeah. Okay, then. So we'll say he's world level, fringe world level. He hasn't won a European belt yet, has he?
No, he hasn't. But he's of that. For me, he's of that caliber. Where
Joker of that level.
Less so than Joe, but yes, because he's fought a lot of the guys that these top guys have fought as well. So remember, Joker's fought 12 times? And he's got names like Duhaupas and who's the other guy he's got on there? Christian Hammer. He's got the right names on his thing to say he should be moving towards world level. And he's got the European belt already. So he's on the fringes. He's going to defend his European belt in September, Russ. And then after that, he's looking to get ranked. So I think next year he should be talking about world titles.
Okay. To all them people who keep sending me emails regarding Porky, do you like horse racing? Do you like golf? I don't like golf. It's shit. Rugby's shit. Football's shit. Horse racing shit. I like boxing and that's it, and snooker. I've got no against anybody else what they like. But you're the rugby man, aren't you, Terry?
Yeah.
Because you're from Zimbabwe, so that's what it's like national sport to you boys, isn't it?
No, it's football, but we play rugby. Football, rugby, cricket are the ones we're reasonably good at.
Yeah. What do you know, Terry, about Diana Ball and Stana Ball, whatever?
Stenozolo, trade name Winston.
Why do they have to take them both together? Can you tell me?
I don't think you have to. So, okay, let's break it down. And I don't want anyone to interpret this as medical advice of any description, right? No. I don't want the lawsuits. When you look at steroids, different steroids do different things, right? Yeah. So, for example, if I gave you testosterone, Pork, it's great in the sense that it'll help you build some muscle, but it's got massive androgenic effects. So you're going to get acne, you might lose a bit of hair, you're going to get all of that sort of stuff. So then I've got to start combining. So testosterone is always your base for a steroid cycle. Yeah. So you know that whoever gets done for something like Dianabol, they've got testosterone as well that they're injecting too, right? Because it's in every cycle. But I might decide to go with something that's friendly to my hair, for example, right? In that case, I'll take Nandrolone. Or I might want to take something that's going to give me good gains, but I can take it orally. So I might take Dianabol. I might just go crazy and say, I don't mind losing my hair. I want to be big and aggressive, and I'll take Trembolone. Do you see what I mean? So you start to structure your cycles depending on what you want to do. Like, for example, if you're a woman, there's certain things you want to avoid. You definitely don't want to be touching Trembolone if you're a woman, and you don't want to be touching Nandrolone because that's going to wipe you out. So a lot of women take stuff like Primo and Equipoise and that sort of thing. So you don't necessarily have to take Dianabol with Winstrol. In fact, that would be quite strange because they're both orals, and that would be quite hard on the liver.
Yeah.
But what Winstrol does is it gives you hard gains. So there's no water retention. It's generally good in terms of side effects, apart from the risk to your liver. And then Dynabol, they've been taking that since the 70s. It's probably the best understood of the steroids.
Yeah.
So you probably, if someone's taking them together, it's just by choice.
So if they're taking them together in tablet form, what will happen?
Oh, you'll fuck your liver up. Like really, really screw your liver up. And the thing is, you'd have done that for not much gain. Do you see what I mean? Like there are better ways to do it.
So what would it that Pascal took then? Because I'm reading all sorts and it's all quite confusing. Is that what he took? Tanner's
No. What did
Ben Johnson took that, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, but Ben was he was on everything.
Right.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, what do you know off the top of my head? Let's see what he got done for. Did he get done for Trembolo? He definitely got done for Masteron. Oh, fuck, I can't even remember. But it was weird because he got done for the cocktail.
He smashed world record, didn't he, in Olympics?
Oh Jesus! He ran 9.
Let me just let him out. You know what, Rocky? You're a nutcase. Go on, out.
I let him stay, man. Like he let him stay, Russ.
No, barking. He's doing me nothing, mate. Somebody walk by house, he barks. If they lean over at gate, he'll just lay on his back, man. It's worst guard dog it will. So Ben Johnson, he were on Stanners all them. What did Dylan White fail for that? Because I've been told he failed for something that you inject, but it's 2 years now since his B sample went missing, isn't it?
I keep saying this, Russ. The B sample came back positive.
Oh right. So why are we not hearing anything then?
Okay, because he's got damn good luck.
These kids up. Wait. I have to rein them in every now and then to show them up, gaffers. Yeah, go on, mate. Go on, sorry. So I don't like doing them at home, but I've had to come back here because BT TV engineer guys come in. So, well, he's been, whatever. They give us them round things now. Have you seen them?
No, I haven't.
It's like a wireless thing. You plug it in round. But,
like a booster.
Yeah, booster thing. Yeah, supposed to make them fast and all that. But yeah, go on. You were saying about Ben Johnson.
We think
he ran 9.78, didn't he? Smashed world record, didn't he?
He ran 9.79 in the final, which is still a good time.
9.78 it was.
What?
I've got it all here on my phone here. 9.78 he ran. He ran that. They adjusted it to 9.78, but then they took it off him 24 hours later.
Yeah, I don't know why they call the documentary 9.79, but
oh right. Well, I don't know. It says 9.78 on this.
But so with the Dillian thing, the doping process cannot start. Like they can't even try and suspend you until they've tested the B sample. Yeah. So if your A sample's positive, you either admit it then, but if you deny it, then they say we've got to test the B sample. What you can't do is say you can't test the B sample because that's the process you sign up to. Right? So you sign up to that process. So the process has to go through. So the whole thing about the lawyers, they were basically saying, okay, we know that he's popped on the A and the B sample, but we think the stuff was contaminated. We think this, that, and the other. And so they just needed time to get their house in order.
Yeah. Okay, then. Dylan White's 2-time cheat now, though, isn't he? If he cheats again, will we get to know about it? Or has he cheated again and we don't know about it? What do you think there's a lot of that going on, Terry?
Mate, I just think boxing's rife with it. I think boxing is rife with it in a way that we probably don't even fully understand. Like, when I hear some of the names being linked with doping, it breaks my heart, Russ. you know. And it's difficult to mention those names because they have lawyers who'd happily take money out my pocket.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, it's going on in front of our eyes. People are getting away with doping, and some people are not even participating in it, and they're getting flogged at shows and that. I think sooner or later we're going to have a serious injury, and somebody's going to be on a charge, and then they're going to talk about who gave them it, and then that person's going to talk. And I think we're going to see a conspiracy, and heads are going to roll, because when they get them in them police cells, they say, right, you're looking at this charge. Manslaughter and conspiracy, blah, 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 or attempt murder, and then they'll all sing like canaries and lose bladder control. And take a piss on all the friends. That's what's going to happen, mate. I'm telling you.
It's a dark place, and it's down to the fact that UK can't afford to police boxing. Never mind all the other sports; they just can't afford to police them. If you think about it, Russ, your average guy in the gym now is taking some form of anabolic agent. Your average guy in the gym.
Oh yeah.
So
Joe.
So if you want to be an elite athlete and you got to look better than these guys and perform better than these guys, you got to be taking more than they are.
Well, Fury's unbeaten and he's not got a muscle on his body.
Yeah. Some people might say that's a good way to hide it, right?
Yeah.
Who's going to suspect the chubby-looking guy?
Who's going to take Fury on after that last performance when he nearly rinsed UCAD?
Yeah.
Who's going to want to take him on again? Who's going to take Joshua on with all money and lawyers he's got? If he were doping. If
you were smart in this case, and I'm just speaking theoretically here, you just get the therapeutic use exemption. And you say, look, right, I have hypogonadism. Here's a doctor's certificate saying that. And so as a result, this is a dose of testosterone I have to take. So I operate at a normal level.
Yeah.
And so when you do pop, you just go back to the doping authorities and you just say, well, you've got my TUE. You know that I've got this issue. So sometimes it spikes and sometimes it doesn't.
All right, then. Frank Warren and BT Sport, do you feel that they're coming to end now?
It doesn't seem there's anything left there, right?
Yeah.
Like, you got Lyndon Arthur fighting someone. You're meant to have Anthony Yard fighting someone, but they've gone quiet on that. So my question actually is, has Lyndon Arthur fought anyone since he fought Anthony Yard?
No, I don't think so, no.
So they could have just had the rematch.
Do you feel that it hadn't worked out with Frank and BT Sport, with Yard getting beaten, Dubois? Do you think that Frank felt pressure and he had to roll the dice with them, because they were brave matchups for him, weren't they? And we applauded it, but it's not usually his way, that, is it?
No. And had they known where Sky were going to end up this time next year, they'd have probably held back.
Yeah.
I think that was the thing. Had they known, like we'd been saying for a while, that Hearn was going to walk away and that there would be a massive void left for Sky, I think Warren would have just said, well, actually, no, let's hold off this Lyndon Arthur v. Anthony Yard thing until after the lockdown.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's necessarily a BT thing. It might be a Frank thing. You know, he might have been under pressure from other people to do that. But it puts him in a position where he's got no, what do you call it? No centre forward. He's got no number 9, really. There's no one anchoring the franchise right now apart from Joe Joyce. But you know Joe doesn't want to be there.
You got one fight left with him, hasn't
he? Yeah, and Joe will be on the zone as soon as he can do it. Or
to me like
Sky.
Frank's dragging it out. I mean, who's whispering in Sam Jones' ear? Is somebody telling him to sit tight and he'll get Usyk fight next for interim or full belt or what? It's like they don't know what to do with Joe Joyce's team, do they? He's tied to Frank, but Frank ain't giving him a slot, is he? We're all waiting on Wilder Fury, aren't they? All of them.
I think Joe's waiting on Joshua Usyk, whether that happens or not. Now, people are saying, why isn't it signed? My theory at the moment is they probably just want to see how he gets on against. Let me get it. Probably want to see how he gets on against the southpaw who's technically proficient. So I know they've got the young Irish kid, Thomas Carty, in camp to train with. But Usyk's levels above Thomas Carty. So the question is Joshua struggling with Thomas Carty? And so they're like, do we really want to have this fight? That might be what's being asked. I don't know, because I'm not close enough to the detail to know that. But that would be my only thing, is maybe he's struggling with the southpaws at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Where do you see Hughie Fury in all this then, Terry? All this mayhem.
He's at the dance without a partner, isn't he? That's his problem. There's no natural dance partner for Hughie, because Hughie's too good for British. Yeah. And he's a little bit too good for European.
Yeah.
But the world scene's tied up at the moment. So who do you put him in with?
I don't know, mate. They've got to roll dice with him sooner or later, because he's going stale, isn't he? What is he, 27 in 2 months?
Prime years. I just worry about the cut. I think that cut's a problem for him now going forward.
Yeah, I do.
So what do you do in that situation? Because if I was a Hughie Fury opponent, I'm trying to open up that cut. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. I'm just saying, if I'm trying to win at all costs to feed my family, I'm going after your weaknesses.
Yeah.
So let's think, who would you put Hughie in with at the moment? If Chisora Parker doesn't happen, do you do the Parker rematch? Parker's not that entertaining, so that risks damaging both guys' reputations. Who else can you put him in with? Put him in with Charles Martin. I think
Charles Martin's an hard fight for anybody, I think, on his day, isn't he?
Yeah, but that's what Hughie needs. He needs that sort of name. You put him in with like a Brazil, the guys who have been like the world level gatekeepers. Put him in with those guys.
Chisora.
Yeah, I just think he pings him all day with the jab.
Hughie against Chisora, be a blood. It's all styles. This is where styles make fights, and it's not good for.
Yeah, it's not good for Derek.
No,
because Hughie's not going to be there to be hit.
No.
And also, you run that risk of he's washed up. You got him when he was washed up. So it's a no-win situation for Hughie.
Yeah. Okay. Billy Joe Saunders. What next? Does he retire? Does he come back? If he comes back, does he go 160 or 168?
I think he'll carry on as normal. I don't think there'll be any difference. If Billy does come back, he'll have a domestic fight, which will do good numbers for DAZN and drive subscribers, because that's what they want. So they might be looking at a John Ryder 2. They might be looking at a Eubank Jr. 2. And, they might be looking at a Callum Smith situation, but Callum's gone to 175, so probably not that one. Or do you put him in with a Gabe Rosado?
Gabe Rosado against Billy.
Yeah. And you can sell it by saying, look, the southpaw thing doesn't worry Gabe Rosado. Look what he did to the kid in his last fight. Iced him.
Yeah. Going to be interesting, isn't it? What did you think about Tank Davis's performance and Loma?
I thought Tank was absolutely brilliant. I think Tank is the most exciting fighter on earth right now. I think, you complain about people not giving value for money, Russ. You watch a Tank Davis fight, you get value for money. Right?
What's your top 5, Terry, pound for pound?
Canelo. And the reason Canelo's number 1 is he's actually moved up and down the weight classes and won. So you can't question that. So I'll put him at number 1. I'm going to put Spence at number 2 because I like his record better than Crawford's. And then I want to look at Inoue at number 3.
No.
Errol Spence at number 4.
Spence number 2, didn't you?
Okay, shit, sorry, yeah. Let me get my order right again. Half asleep at the moment. Canelo, Spence, Inoue, right? Yeah. For absolute certain. I was going to put this guy number 5, so I'm going to put him number 4, Josh Taylor. And the 5th one's always hard because that's when you got to like cut someone off. And I think you got to put Fury in there.
What about Tank? Is he 6?
So I did an episode on this, Russ, and I don't think Tank's got that signature win yet.
Yeah.
So Tank needs, like, you know how Teofimo's got Lomachenko on his record now? He needs someone of that kind of level. So maybe if he went down to 130 and fought like a Oscar Valdez or Burchell, someone like that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? See what happens.
But I love the fact that he's a guy that will just walk you down. He doesn't do anything. He just walks you down. And he's even the bigger guys, he just walks them down. His power seems to have carried up to 140. The world's his oyster. I just hope they manage him properly. And I hope he starts to take it a bit more serious.
Yeah, I do.
But Russ,
it's going to be interesting to see what happens moving forward, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's a guy that he ticks the Porky boxes, right? Never ducks a fight, shows up to fight, and you watch him and go, okay, this is entertaining. You don't change the channel, you don't tweet, you watch him fight. Same with Loma. I think you got to give Loma his due as well. Loma's kind of like that in the sense that you watch him and go, oh my God, you know? And they both have that kind of relentless style that I like, and they're both fundamentally sound. And so it's a good contrast between Loma and Tank, who are naturally smaller guys fighting in bigger weight classes. And then on the other side of the line, you've got Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, who are guys who naturally fight around 135, 140, but they rely on their youth, speed, and athleticism. So it's a nice contrast between the two camps, and hopefully we get to see those fights.
Does Anthony Joshua fight Alexander Usyk in September in England?
I don't think so.
It's not signed.
Partly that, but where's he now? He's in Marbella, right?
Yeah.
So if you're going to fight in September, you're looking at 8 or 9 weeks away.
Mm-hmm.
You're in Marbella, you're probably not going to come back till the middle or the end of this week. So I don't think there's time. Not for Usyk.
Yeah. Do you feel they're keen on that fight, or do you think they're just waiting to see what happens with Fury Wilder if that goes ahead?
That's a good point. I hadn't thought of it like that. I was more thinking, by the time the football season starts, are you even going to have access to Tottenham Stadium? Is more my question.
You feel that Frank Warren and Bob Arum know that Eddie Hearn's stalling with Usyk fight, and they might delay the Wilder Fury fight so that Eddie Hearn has to make an announcement with Joshua and Usyk?
No, I think Fury Wilder will happen on July 24th. I think they just want to get that fight out the way because it makes money for the two fighters, but it's just a hassle for everyone else. Yeah. So get that fight out the way. But what you know after that is Fury's probably not having another big fight until early next year. So Fury might have a stay busy fight. If Fury wins, stay busy fight end of the year. If Wilder loses, he'll have a rebuilding fight end of the year. And those guys will just go their own way. Wilder may start to go after Joshua if he loses. But then if Wilder wins, I think the Joshua fight could happen pretty quickly.
Yeah. Okay. If Wilder fights Joshua, who wins?
Man, I want Wilder to win that one. I think it's just better for boxing. I think he's the world champion we need.
Yeah.
It's just my view. He's the world champion we need. And he's battle-hardened now. Like, look at the setbacks he's had to endure. So, yeah, I like a good redemption story, Russ.
Okay. The DAZN pundits, what do you think about the Eddie's dream team that he's named, that he's calling it, the Eddie Hearn dream team? What do you think about the pundits he's picked?
I just look at it from this perspective. He gave so many interviews talking about the things he couldn't do with Sky and the things he wanted to do, how he wanted to be innovative and take boxing in a different direction and do this and do that.
Yeah.
So to essentially reunite the band doesn't make any sense to me, right? I'm like, well, you're hustling backwards here, my friend. I don't understand why you do that.
Yeah.
Right. So if you look at the zone, probably hard to get Adam Smith because Adam's like, well, I'm quite comfortable at Sky. So you replace him with Mike Costello, who I think Adam Smith's better than Mike Costello. And I know people are going to hit me up in the comments and say I'm wrong about that. Wait till you start listening to Mike Costello every week on the zone. You'll be bored senseless of him. You'll realize he hasn't got much to say. The same thing we said about Andy Lee. Like when Andy Lee used to just give us 30-second sound bites, he sounded like a great pundit. But over the course of a fight, it doesn't work. Like it didn't work with Macklin. And then you've got Darren Barker, who's just, matchroom, all the way to his bones. And Chris Lloyd, he'll take a gig wherever he can find one. And then it was Maya Jama and Laura Woods. I don't even know why they're there. I don't. Like, it's not going to drive subscribers. None of that will drive subscribers. They could have got Joe Calzaghe. And actually, I have a feeling that they'll have guys like Calzaghe and Lennox and so forth when they become available. You'll see those guys as pundits on the zone.
Yeah.
I'm still holding out hope, Russ, that, it's like the picture said, Porky Russ, game changed.
They're not going to have me on there, are they? Because I'd just, like Nazim Hamid, wouldn't I? I'd just be ruthless. I just don't suffer fools in this game. I hear that much shit. People spout that much bullshit. People who you think are all right. I've come to the conclusion that, fucking hell, fire, they're all like it. All of them.
How you make money.
Nearly all of them.
Russ, that's how you make money.
I don't agree with it. It's fucking morals. I know that's hard for me coming from the drug world, but this is how I look at it, mate. I thought boxing was my escape. It's fucking worse. There's no honour amongst these people, mate. I'm going to ruin a lot of them if they get in my way.
Okay, but look how many serious criminals are grasses.
How many serious criminals are what?
Are grasses.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they're fucking out there.
Yeah, they're all informants. A lot of these guys at the top of the tree are informants.
I read somewhere the other day that Kenny Noy had been at it fucking 30 years with old Bill.
Longer than that.
I couldn't believe it when I read it.
I could. I could. Easily. And here's why, Russ. And that's why I try to explain to youngsters when they say they'd never snitch. And I say, when someone's got you banged to rights and they're telling you, you got 15 to 25, you're not going to see your kids grow up. Your wife's going to be off shagging your best mate. All that money you made, we're going to seize it. So you come out, you're going to have nothing. That's when you want to know when someone's going to grasp or not. A lot of people, like, look, if I see someone's house get turned over, I might not grasp. Okay, but that's nothing to do with me. It's a different kind of pressure when you're offering someone 15 to 25. And a lot of people at that point, they just start talking. What do you want to know? I'll tell you everything.
Yeah. Yeah, well, boxing is no fucking different. They come with smiles in boxing, then as soon as you turn your fucking head, they stick a knife in your fucking back, mate.
Yeah.
Be ashamed of them. A fucking lot of them. I think that's about it, really. I just wanted you to touch on who do you think's at fault? You said something in your pod, and I forgot what you said now, but you said this has happened on their watch. These YouTubers coming into the sport because it's every other fucking day now, isn't it, Terry?
Yeah, so at a time when we should have been building up boxing and making legit stars, and you and I have talked about this for years, Russ, where I said, when Mayweather left boxing, he took all that money with him, and no one could be bothered to build another star. They weren't preparing for life after Mayweather. They said, Errol Spence will be that star. No, he wasn't. They said Broner will be that star. No, he wasn't. They said Tank would be that star. No, he isn't. And while all of this was happening, these YouTubers were building up their audiences. Gaming, skateboarding, whatever young people do, they were building up these audiences that were loyal to them. And so they knew they could carry that audience wherever they went. And they said, well, let's settle our beef by having a fight. And that fight did amazing numbers, right? And this all happened outside of boxing, and people in boxing laughed. But anyone who had seen the numbers they were doing was like, this is better than most shows. And that's why Hearn jumped on it. That's why he jumped on KSI Logan Paul too. because he thought that he could take that audience and turn it into his own. And he realized that audience loyal to their people. And once their people were gone, they left. And that's why Hearn doesn't touch that anymore. And so this has all happened on boxing's watch. They should never have been allowed to be professional boxers. You should have left it at unlicensed and it would have been fine. Now that they're in, now that you've shown that they can get box rec profiles and whatnot, there's nothing you can do to get rid of them now. They're always going to be a part of the thing. And all those times people say it brings more eyeballs and more money into boxing. Show me the evidence of that.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson fought Roy Jones on Triller. And then now Triller are like, we paid your people 25 million. And Mike's like, where's the money? I haven't seen any of the money. Where the hell is the money? All these gimmicks, and all of a sudden we're finding out that it's just as shady as the real thing.
Yeah.
But to be honest, like I've lost that much interest in boxing. Like, I'm like, if you told me you're fighting someone, Porky, I'd pay for that. Jump on Fight Zone for Porky Russ against whoever. Because I have more of a connection with you than I do most other boxers.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. Yeah, maybe I should have a white fucking collar fight, eh?
Hey, okay, listen. For Porky's audience, would you pay to watch Russ in a white collar fight?
Of course they would. They're devoted.
Yeah, Porky's Corner versus someone from Boxing Asylum. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. You've got it in for Boxing Asylum, lads, haven't you?
No, not at all. They do their thing, and I wish them all the best, to be honest.
Brian King you don't like, isn't it?
And you know why?
So trolling you, wasn't
he? Yeah, you know, the other guys like Tommy and guys like that, never had a problem with them. Never. You know, they do their thing, I do my thing. It was Brian King I had the issue with. Him, Hindley, that little subset of the group there. But guys like Steve Wellings, they don't do anything to me. Not that I know of anyway. So I don't have an issue with Tommy, with Steve and those. I don't. Young Andy. I have an issue with the people who attacked me. That's all.
Yeah. Okay, then. Okie dokie. There's Martin, all right, from New Age Podfather.
He is, man. He's doing that abseil thing in Portsmouth, man. I wish him all the best. Like, I'm quite jealous, man. I quite like abseiling. So he's going to have the time of his life.
How long is he doing that for?
Oh, till he gets to the bottom, Russ.
Oh, right. He's doing it today?
And I don't think he's doing it today. Is it August he's doing it?
For charity?
Yeah.
Go on, Martin. Okay, then. Well, listen, thanks for coming on, Terry. It's been emotional.
No worries, mate.
I hope you're well. What you got?
Yeah, but you still got a couple of meetings to finish off and stuff, so I'll do that. And I've got some work to do this evening, but nothing much. Your mood's picked up, man. You're not as grumpy as you were when you first started off.
Yeah, I've picked up now. You've picked me up now. I wish England all the best against Denmark, but football's not my thing. People get too emotionally involved with football and horse racing and Jesus.
And even boxing, man. Some people go crazy.
Yeah, well, I suppose I am with boxing, aren't I?
Hey, what's happened to Fury Power? Like, that movement seems to have died out.
Fury Power. Stig, I don't hear from Stig no more. I asked him to come on the channel because we kept getting emails to office saying, get Stig back on, Porky. So I've emailed Stig and he said he's putting his energies into other things.
Maybe he's training Fury in secret.
No, he's into all that buying shares and stocks and shares and stuff like that. He got involved in that. Him and somebody from Barnsley, a roofer who I know. And
what, day trading?
Pardon?
Is that what, the day trading thing?
Something like that, yeah. Him and Chris Ogden, they're into all that now, aren't they? So, and he ain't got time to. So I'm assuming that they're not doing so good. I don't know. I hope they're doing all right because he's likable, Stig, isn't he? But I've been told it's a bit like going bookies, that kind of thing. So it's not my thing. It
is, except with the bookies, if you're wrong, you lose everything. In this, if you're wrong, you lose a little bit of something.
All right. Oh, maybe I might have a go at it myself then, Terry.
You'd be good because you're like a numbers guy. You're a numbers guy. You're a trend guy. I think that's more your thing.
Yeah, I'm good with money. I'm a good saver. I'm a secret saver. Gotta stash it, ain't you, away in case. case you have to do one. But thanks for coming on.
No worries, mate.
My best if you see him, and have a
Will
great
do.
day for what's left of it, Terry.
All right, pal. Take care.
Peace out. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was Terry Chapendama from London. I'm going to put this on members area, this, because somebody said to me the other day who were a member, said, oh, Russ, it'd be nice if you could put, a few Terry videos on members area. We'll get Terry on again next week or so, but next 5-6 days or something. So I'll put this on members area and give you a treat. So I do apologise about me being a bit grumpy at the beginning, but I just get fucked off with bullshitters. Fucking people that chat shit. I call them shit chatters. I've got no time for people who say they're going to do this and going to do that. Then they do fucking opposite, or they do other, and they fucking just chat shit. I don't have people around me that chat shit. People in future, don't say you're going to do something to me. Don't say, sorry, you're going to do something and tell me about it and do fucking opposite. I don't want to hear it. Pisses me off, but I suppose I'm not really patriotic, am I? Because footballers, I just think they're out for the fucking selves. And, I remember World Cup a few years ago when they got fucking beat, didn't they? And they were all talking about where they were going to go out for their holidays and what they had planned and all that, and laughing and joking and having a bit of a fucking knees up. You just fucking lost in World Cup, you pricks. Do you know what I mean? So footballers are selfish, in my opinion. Not paying my fucking bills, are they? But, be nice for the country if we could win it, but fucking who cares anyway if we fucking do or don't. Like I said, they're not paying my bills, are they? All right. So peace out. Keep on trucking. Keep sporting boxing. Thanks for joining members area. And I'm going to say like and subscribe it, but you can't, can you? Because it's on members area, isn't it? So, all right. Peace out.